CIG has released a new concept ship in the RSI Galaxy. And in this video, I have all the information that you need before diving in. Now, if you've already jumped in, there's information in this video yet that may prove useful to you in opening up some new opportunities. Let's begin. So let me start as I always do with the table of contents. We'll begin talking about what a concept ship is. We'll move to discussing modularity. What is modularity in Star Citizen? From there, we'll talk about all of your options in the pledge store, and then we'll finish up with some discussion about some CCU options that may prove helpful to you. Let's jump right in. A concept ship is a ship designed by CIG that is only at the art phase or the very beginning of its development, hence the word concept. That means the ship is not ready and isn't created or playable in the persistent universe. At this point in its development, it hasn't even begun production. CIG has what is called a ship pipeline that each ship has to go through, which are the various phases of development until it is finished, or what is collectively called flight ready. What this means for you and the rest of us is that we have a choice to make when pledging, which essentially boils down to the following. Number 1, if you pledge today, the only thing you will have to show for it is a JPEG of the ship in your hangar on the RSI website. You will also likely have what's called a loaner ship in-game in its place until it's flight ready. You can check the Star Citizen link I have posted in the description to see this official list of loaner ships. At the time of this video, the loaner for the Galaxy may or may not be present just yet. Number 2, concept ships have no timetable for when it will be flyable. CIG generally veers away from setting concrete dates, and for good reason. As a result, before diving in, please consider that the wait for this ship can be very long, as in possibly a year or maybe longer. So please pledge responsibly with this understanding. Number 3, whenever you pledge, you are pledging to back the game, and nothing about the ship, as far as its details, is written in stone. To be fair, most ships do not stray far from their concept descriptions and Q&As, if at all. Finally, please know that you do not have to spend more than your base game package to play this game. So $45 is generally the most you will ever need to spend to play this game, as all ships will eventually be earnable in-game, where many are already earnable right now. So you might find yourself scratching your head about what modularity is in Star Citizen. For this concept, the RSI Galaxy is a modular ship, which is one of the more rare types of ships or ship offers out there. Typically, when you are pledging for a ship, it is either a single chassis or multiple variants of the same chassis. An example of this would be the Avenger series, that has the base Titan, the Stalker, and then the Warlock, each having its own special feature or use case. The Titan is a hauler, while the Stalker is a bounty hunting ship, and the Warlock has a fitted EMP on board. A modular ship is typically one chassis that has a section of it that can be swapped in and out with different, well, you guessed it, modules. These modules work very similar to the variants we just discussed. It's just that each module presents a different function for the overall ship or hull of the ship. For the Galaxy, there are 3 modules that are on sale: the cargo, the medbay, and the refinery, with more modules on the way. The official word is that the other modules will be both manufacturing and potentially other type modules that will come at a later date. So if interested, keep your eye out for that. The interesting thing about modules that you will want to keep in mind is that from all that we know today, they are separately insured from the hull of the ship. So we'll talk more about this in the next section. As of right now, when looking at the website, the RSI website, there are plenty of purchasing options, depending on if you are a concierge or not. Regardless, let's break them down in the following way. We have the individual module, which is Warbond. We have the individual module credit standalone, which means if you buy this, you are choosing to use some store credit as part of the purchase, as you can still use a combination of cash and credit for these purchases, for your information. It's just that Warbond requires 100% cash. The next one is the Galaxy Complete Pack Warbond Concierge. This one includes all modules, LTI insurance, and a special paint. The next one is the Galaxy Complete Pack Warbond, which includes all modules and LTI insurance. The next one is the Galaxy Complete Pack Standalone, or the IAE version, which includes all modules and 10-year insurance. Next one is the individual base Galaxy Warbond Concierge. This one does not include any modules, but has LTI insurance and the special concierge paint. Next is the individual base Galaxy Warbond. This one does not include any modules, but it does have LTI insurance. Next is the individual base Galaxy, the IAE version, which does not include any modules, but has 10-year insurance. Finally, you have the standalone modules, which you can buy separately. It is important to note once again that none of these come with LTI or LTI insurance, but they do come with 10-year insurance. So here are some key takeaways. To get the modules with LTI insurance, you will either have to only choose one module and buy that particular individual single module Warbond purchase option, or you will have to go with the Galaxy Complete Pack, but the Warbond one. That's the only ones that come with LTI. The second takeaway is, if you want more than one module, but do not want to get the Galaxy Pack, you will not be able to secure LTI insurance on all modules. Key important piece of this is that you cannot CCU up to a module. Please keep that in mind. The next takeaway, if you buy the Galaxy Complete, which includes all the modules and LTI insurance, you get the best deals on the pledge price plus LTI. The next takeaway, buying the base ship means you have no modules, which at the time of this video, I am unsure exactly what that will be like. CIG is doing a Q&A, so if you are going this route, it may be good to wait for the Q&A before going forward. The final takeaway is if you want to CCU up to the Galaxy, at the time of this video, the base option, which doesn't have any modules, is the only option for CCU. So if you are one of those who are interested in getting the base version of the Galaxy, again, the one without any modules, you can reserve an opportunity to buy the Galaxy at a later date. And I have at least one fairly cheap way to achieve this. Here we go. As mentioned in this video that I encourage you to watch next, I talk about reserving the opportunity to purchase ships later beyond IAE via the CCU and buyback pledge tools, which are at your disposal. Here is a step-by-step guide to secure a chance to buy the Galaxy later and for only $50 or $50 today. Step number 1, you will want to purchase a Valkyrie to Galaxy CCU. This is only $5 in cost. Number 2, you will then want to purchase a Caterpillar to Valkyrie CCU. Now you might ask, why the Caterpillar? Well, it's because it's always on sale year-round, though this can always change at any time. This particular CCU will only cost you $45. Number 3, remember that you do not need to own a single one of these ships to purchase these CCUs. CCUs are their own items, as I break down in detail in the video in the top right corner. You might want to check that one out. Number 4, when the time comes when you want to or are ready to pick up the Galaxy, some future date, all you need to do is purchase the Caterpillar. Again, unless you already own one that you don't mind losing. At this time, you would apply the Cat or the Caterpillar 2 Valkyrie CCU and then the Galaxy CCU. Your cost here should only be $330 US, which is the cost of the Caterpillar at the time of this video. Again, prices may change at any time. Now, CIG is releasing brand new Warbond CCUs until the end of the IAE event, so keep your eyes open for even more potential opportunities to save. Now that's all from me. I hope you are enjoying IAE so far. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking the video and smacking that subscribe button and notification bell for even more. If you have been following the new released ships this year, I have some ship reviews up on my channel, and in particular, the Anvil Pisces Rescue variant, which should be on your screen right now. Happy IAE, and I will see you in the next video.